Let's say you go to bed on a normal Tuesday. Nothing strange. No meteor showers. No scientists screaming on TV. Just a regular night. You wake up the next morning. Stretch your arms and immediately collapse under the weight of your own limbs. Something's off. You're not sick. You're not dreaming. Gravity has doubled. Not increased by a little. Not one of those felt heavier today kind of vibes. This is real. Earth's gravity is now twice as strong as it was yesterday. Let's take a moment to understand what that means. If you weighed 150 pounds yesterday, today you weigh 300. Not because you ate too many chips. Because the entire planet is holding you down with double the force. Your bed? Crushed slightly. Your knees? Screaming. Your muscles? Trembling under pressure they weren't built for. Even blinking feels like an effort. Welcome to life on Earth 2.0. Heavier, slower, and way more exhausting. Everyday life the new normal. Everything becomes a chore. Getting out of bed is like trying to do a push-up with a piano on your back. Brushing your teeth? Try lifting your arm and holding it steady for 2 minutes. It's a full workout now. You need breaks between brushing and rinsing. Going downstairs? Think again. You sit at the top of the staircase and contemplate life. Eventually, you resort to sliding down on your butt, like a toddler, but not for fun, for survival. Even going to the bathroom becomes an Olympic event. Lifting the toilet lid feels like hoisting a manhole cover. Flushing it? You hope gravity helps, because water pressure systems are now wildly unstable. Good luck with that. Chairs become traps. Couches swallow you whole. You don't sit anymore, you sink. At the grocery store, people crawl down the aisles, clutching shelves for support. Canned goods feel like bricks. A gallon of milk is now your personal boss battle. The checkout line looks like a triathlon finish line. Sweaty, gasping people collapsing with victory tears over successfully buying eggs. Body breakdown. What happens to humans? Our bodies were engineered for 1G Earth's current gravity. Evolution didn't plan for 2G. Muscles tear more easily. Joints wear down at double the rate. And posture goes out the window. Spinal compression becomes a public health crisis. Your neck, under normal circumstances, supports your head just fine. But now, it feels like balancing a bowling ball on a stick of celery. Back pain skyrockets. Even breathing becomes tougher. Your diaphragm has to push harder to expand your lungs. Doctors start seeing a rise in strange new conditions. Gravity fatigue syndrome, orbital sagging disorder, chronic slouch stress. Children stop growing tall. Gravity pulls down on developing bones, stunting vertical growth. On the bright side, fewer head bumps on door frames. But on the downside, everyone starts looking like a chunky hobbit. Elderly people are hit hardest. Many become homebound, unable to move freely. Hospitals struggle. Nurses use pulley systems just to help patients turn over. Healthcare becomes gravity-centered. Chiropractors open everyday clinics. Massage therapists become heroes. Society in slow motion. Businesses adapt or collapse. Fast food slows down literally. Workers can't move quickly. The drive-through becomes a crawl-through. Delivery services fail as cars can't handle the added weight. Public transportation turns into rolling tanks. Reinforced and depressurized for mobility. Uber introduces Gravity Premium, an SUV with spring-loaded seats and 2 drivers. Gym's close. No one needs extra exercise now. Just walking to the kitchen qualifies as cardio. Leg days every day. Fitness influencers shift content to how to stretch in bed and getting your arm above shoulder level. Schools switch to online classes because children keep falling asleep from exhaustion. Office buildings remain half empty. People stop wearing suits because lifting your arm to put one on? Nightmare. Fashion changes dramatically. High heels out. Crocs and supportive sneakers dominate. Jeans give way to soft, stretchable fabrics. Zippers are bent too difficult to pull. Velcro makes a major comeback. Sports goodbye. Olympics. The sports industry crashes harder than a failed pole vault. Basketball becomes a low-scoring ground game. Players can't jump. No more dunks. Soccer slows to a crawl, where dribbling is less kicking and more nudging with intense effort. Marathons? Now 5 miles long, and participants still take hours. Swimmers sink faster. Baseball pitchers throw slower but get sore faster. Figure skating becomes a slow-motion balancing act. Parkour is now a death wish. The only growing sport? Curling, because the only thing that moves is a rock on ice, and even that's tough now. Infrastructure cities struggle. Buildings weren't built for 2G. Skyscrapers begin to shift. Their foundations stressed. Glass windows pop. Bridges warp under their own weight. Roads crack from the pressure of cars now twice as heavy. Elevators fail constantly. Escalators stop working because the motors overheat. Even escalators that do work move painfully slow. Safety regulations say so. Going up a building becomes a community event, with rest stops at every floor. Engineers redesign everything. Stairs to ramps. Doors to sliding panels. Lamps to floor-level lighting. Desks to ground cushions. Entire cities flatten out, prioritizing horizontal expansion. Skyscrapers are replaced by sprawled complexes. Urban planners recommend slide tubes and gravity-resistant chairs. Every office comes with a yoga mat. Just lie down and work. Nature gets weird. Animals are not spared. Birds plummet from the skies. Most cannot fly anymore. Pigeons nest permanently on balconies. Owls, once silent hunters, now stare at mice with envy. Insects with wings? Gone. Only the crawlers survive. Cats stop jumping onto countertops. They just stare longingly. Dogs are thrilled. They walk slowly. They nap more. They finally see humans moving like them. Horses retire. Cows lie down and don't get up. Kangaroos develop serious depression. Frogs stop hopping. Squirrels? Let's not even talk about squirrels. Oddly enough, sloths are now the apex movers. Already adapted to slow, careful climbing. The real MVP? Snakes. They keep slithering like it's Tuesday. The science, is this even possible? Short answer? No thankfully. To double gravity, Earth would need twice its current mass, or a much smaller radius while keeping the same mass, effectively increasing its density. If that happened, the Earth might turn into a black hole. Yeah, not ideal. Even if a sci-fi miracle occurred, some interdimensional glitch that changed gravitational force without changing mass, it would wreck our orbits. Satellites would fall. The moon might shift dangerously close. Tides would become disasters. Ocean patterns would change. Coastal cities would flood unpredictably. Escape velocity would skyrocket. Rockets would leave Earth without massive fuel increases. Space travel would halt entirely. Earth's rotation could slow. The atmosphere might shrink, making it harder to breathe. Plants could collapse under their own weight. Farming would need a total overhaul. The food chain would be disrupted. We're not just talking about walking funny. We're talking about civilization grinding to a halt. Emotionally speaking, the weight of being human. Emotionally, the heaviness is more than physical. Mental health declines. People feel more down in every sense. Depression spikes. Motivation drops. Productivity becomes impossible. People are too tired to even scroll social media. Stares fall faster. Smiles fade quicker. But memes? Memes survive. We begin to emotionally adapt. Some laugh it off. Now I have an excuse for never standing up. Others find meaning in slowness. Life decelerates. The world becomes quieter, heavier but not hopeless. The adaptation, human ingenuity strikes back. Eventually, we adapt. Technology saves us, sort of. Exoskeleton suits become as common as smartphones. Hover chairs are invented. Gravity-proof houses get built with reinforced materials. Floating gyms simulate 1G for training. Fashion embraces low centers of gravity. Entertainment shifts. Dance becomes seated choreography. Action movies slow down. Think explosions in slow motion. Literally, humanity evolves. Our species becomes broader, stockier, and more powerful. We develop thicker bones, shorter torsos, stronger legs. Our skulls reshape to support heavier brains. We call ourselves Homo gravitas, or maybe just Homo squatus. Either way, we survive. So next time you sigh and say, ugh, I feel heavy today, be thankful it's just a feeling and not a planetary crisis. Be grateful for jump ropes, stairs, jogging, and your cat launching herself onto the fridge. Because if gravity ever really doubled, your greatest achievement tomorrow might be getting out of bed. And honestly, even that would deserve a standing ovation, if standing was still possible.